Also following another major story out of Minneapolis happening right now, the Minneapolis City Council is voting on an ordinance to give more protections to rideshare drivers. The plan would make companies like Uber and Lyft pay drivers $1.40 per mile and 51 cents per minute. Council members say that's close to the city's minimum wage of roughly $15. However, Uber and Lyft have threatened to pull their drivers from the city if this ordinance passes. Plus, Mayor Jacob Frey has said that he would veto the ordinance.
Are we okay Uber is staying if they continue to use the cheap labor back of the immigrant community?
Rather than have this back and forth ordinance put forward, followed by veto, followed by override or not override, we could agree to agree on both increasing the driver pay, in fact, more than doubling the rate of pay.
If the mayor does veto the ordinance, the city council will have a chance to overturn his decision. Well, in just a few hours, we're expecting to hear from Minneapolis teachers after the district released a budget that could lead to some major cuts. Michelle Beck shows us the latest numbers.
The Minneapolis Federation of Teachers Union will be speaking at 3 this afternoon, and they say all this can be prevented. Let's look at the numbers. We confirmed the district faces a minimum $110 million budget deficit next year, its biggest ever. The district says a lot of factors played a role, including declining enrollment and expiring pandemic funds, and it's now looking at making cuts like to music programs, world language, and preschool classes, possible layoffs. The budget shortfall does not take into account contract settlements with collective bargaining groups like the Teachers Union. We know they've been working without a contract for the past 8 months. In Minneapolis, Michelle Beck, KARE 11 News.
7 in favor, no one opposed. The resolution is adopted.
In St. Paul, a ceasefire resolution is now in the hands of Mayor Melvin Carter. Last night, the St. Paul City Council unanimously passed the resolution that calls for a permanent ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. It follows weeks of protests demanding the council take action.
I understand firsthand the pain that has brought people to our chambers week after week. I had to tell my children that they lost their favorite teacher when he was killed on October 7th.
Everyone I've talked to have had a common thread, right? A strong desire to stop the killings of civilians in Israel and Gaza.
The move is purely symbolic. If Carter signs it, he will send it off to President Biden. Turning to our weather now, things are a little cloudier today as we look ahead to some chances for showers. Ben has a look at what we can expect.
We have a cold front which is slowly working its way through the state today, giving us more cloud cover than anything else in east central Minnesota. Temperatures in the mid to upper 40s here, and we are still tracking a couple of lingering snow showers through the central part of the state, but those are basically going to be fizzling as that front passes overhead. Fading showers today. Look for more clouds and sunshine with a little brighter as we head deeper into the afternoon, but clearing as we head into the upcoming weekend. Here's a snapshot of your weekend forecast. After a cool start on Saturday, temperatures warming into the mid 40s. Light wind and lots of sunshine making for a pleasant day. On Sunday, even warmer as the south wind kicks up. Temperatures up near 50 degrees, and it gets even warmer as we head into next week. We'll have your full forecast just ahead.
Ben, thank you. And we're looking live at Capitol Hill today. President Biden is set to give his State of the Union address in less than 8 hours. The speech comes just days after Super Tuesday set up a likely rematch between President Biden and former President Donald Trump. The White House press secretary says Mr. Biden will use the chance to highlight achievements in his presidency and his vision for the future. Many Americans will be looking for updates on the president's handling of the Israel-Hamas conflict, as well as the latest in the economy. The speech begins at 8 tonight, right here on KARE 11. Also in Washington today, the Senate is taking up a set of bills to keep certain federal departments funded through September. It's likely to pass, but another plan to avoid a shutdown later this month could see more pushback. It covers the Department of Transportation, and leaders haven't reached an agreement. A big update involving the IVF controversy in Alabama. Late last night, a historic bill was signed into law. Late last night, lawmakers voted to pass the bill protecting IVF patients and providers. The state's governor quickly signed it. Still, some clinics in Alabama are continuing to halt services until they learn more about the legal protections that they're now under.